Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. Welcome to another episode of this ridiculous drama situation that's happening. I just want to play the game, guys, and I'm actually playing the game more than usual lately. I am actually catching up on my gear. I've been doing my Abyss and my lab and everything. I'm really enjoying myself. Things are great again. And then this happens, so we've got to kind of talk about this, right? So, I haven't read this, as always, so I may be ill-informed when it comes to people's reactions and stuff, but Awaken Potential update canceled. I mean, if there is one thing we can say, Jesus, look at his face. That is insane. I guess we'll watch this. Let me figure out a better way to do this. There we go. Are you ready for this, guys? How long is this? 1 minute and 42 seconds. Is it going to start with "we're sorry"? No, it can't, right?
안녕하십니까, 에픽7 정재훈입니다. 먼저 이렇게 무겁게 인사드리게 되어 죄송합니다. 우선 최근 업데이트 안내로 계승자님들께 심려를 끼쳐드린 점 진심으로 사과의 말씀드립니다. 지난 3일 업데이트 예고가 올라간 후에 다양한 커뮤니티에서 많은 계승자님들의 우려 섞인 의견을 확인할 수 있었습니다. 모두 에픽7이라는 게임을 진심으로 사랑하고 아껴주시는 마음에서 적어주신 의견들임을 알 수 있었습니다. 이렇게 많은 분들의 애정어린 마음으로 지지해 주셨음에도 기존에 약속드린 내용을 지키지 못하고 불안감을 안겨드리게 되어 죄송합니다. 이번 안내사항으로 인해 오랜 시간 에픽7을 사랑해 주신 계승자님들께 큰 배신감과 상처를 드린 것 같아 책임자로서 크게 반성하고 있습니다. 이 부분은 어떠한 변명도 필요하지 않은 것 같습니다. 결론적으로 말씀드리면 에픽7은 잠재력 각성 업데이트를 철회하고 지금 이 시간부로 모든 스펙을 전면 폐기하도록 하겠습니다. 그리고 앞으로는 기억 각인을 통해 영웅을 추가 성장시키는 등의 유사한 방식의 업데이트 또한 진행하지 않을 것임을 약속드립니다. 앞으로는 업데이트 과정에서 계승자님들의 의견에 미리 귀 기울이고 항상 게임을 더 나은 방향으로 개선해 나가는 것에 집중하겠습니다. 일련의 일들로 심려를 끼쳐드려 죄송합니다. 저희 에픽7 담당자 모두 이번 일을 무겁게 받아들이고 잃어버린 신뢰를 회복할 수 있도록 모든 방면으로 최선을 다하겠습니다. 자세한 내용과 보상에 대해서는 공지가 준비되는 대로 빠르게 안내드리도록 하겠습니다. 다시 한번 진심으로 사과의 말씀드립니다. 감사합니다.
Okay, so that was more than I expected. I think this is a really good video. I'm very impressed. I wasn't sure what to expect from an apology video, but this is exactly it. I also want to talk a little bit about what happened here, right? And why this happened this way. So let's also read this. They've decided to cancel it. We're also going to be getting a 5-star Covenant Selector. You can't see it. And 20 leaves. So people are saying, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure you guys had the guts to cancel the update, so that for my sincere thanks. This was a very regrettable fiasco, blah, blah, blah. Congratulations. Yep, this is cool. So I want to talk about this for a second. So I think that at its core, something like this could potentially be amazing for the game. I think the ability to add characters and enhance current characters, if done at a reasonable rate and that is accessible to all players, without being behind something as ridiculous as imprints, instead being behind maybe catalysts or something. I don't know. Maybe runes. I'm not sure. Something easily farmable. I think that would be a good thing. But when you do something this big for a game, especially a game that's as long-standing as this, especially for a game that has had, I mean, I guess almost every gacha has Rocky points, right? That's kind of the balance is the developers or whoever makes the decisions try to essentially make as much money off of us as possible without pissing us off so much that we quit. Like, that's honestly how it is, right? Some games may not be like that, but I feel like in general that's kind of the core design behind gacha games, right? So, me personally, as somebody who enjoys the game and wants to play with units and wants to play the game and enjoy characters and try different things, this was an awesome idea, guys. Like, this is great. But how they did it is not. That's not how you do it. This whole, like, anybody could have told them that putting that behind imprints would have done this, right? Like, nobody in their right mind should have not realized this would happen, right? Like, you have to have the statistics, you have to know, you have to get an idea of how people would react. You could have asked any influencer, they would have told you pretty much the exact reaction everybody would have had, for example. And this isn't us telling people to have that reaction, it's just how they have it naturally. So the reason why I'm getting a little bit specific on what I say here and talking about it is because I actually think this should have and could have been done different and could have been successful. So one thing a company should probably do when they make sweeping major changes like this is give real world examples and also show how that will affect the game, specifically with regards to balance and specifically with regards to accessibility for the players. So what I mean by this is, if they were to add this awakening system and announced it, they could have shown a battle, maybe stats between an old Crow, a new Crow, maybe put them in fights together, show the difference in what one does, what one doesn't do. Maybe have a team full of fully awakened and a team full of not fully awakened and see what happens and see how much, like, the fully awakened kills the non-awakened. But even if the fully awakened will overpower the non-awakened people for a while, that should be okay in a vacuum, because they should also have next to that a schedule of how fast they're going to release things, what characters will get things in what order approximately, so things can change, but here's our plan. They should also outline, for example, how to get each stage of each material, approximately how much stamina, and yes, I said stamina, not imprints, how much stamina it takes to get through the different levels, because it shouldn't be through imprints, because that's ridiculous. And just a general overview, so players can see what a month of this new system would be like in actual reality. That's what should have happened. And that's what they should have done. Whether or not they should do it all together, probably not, right? Like, that's the long and the short of it. Okay, before I get myself into too much trouble, we're just going to stop here, because I think I said what I needed to say and what I wanted to say, right? I think this was just handled so poorly. I think this was amazing, assuming he falls through with it. So do note that this is awesome, obviously. It shouldn't have been implemented like it was, right? Like, the imprints, no, were ridiculous. So that is amazing that they just straight up canceled it. They're also giving us significant rewards. Although if they really wanted to, they should have given us a 5-star Moonlight Selector. I know that's also kind of wild, but still, I think a situation like this calls for it. That would be pretty cool. That would make people very, very, very happy, right? So, yeah, that's all I got to say. From now, we wait, and hopefully we continue with actual games soon. So I hope y'all are as tired of this as I am, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.